Hey, and welcome to another episode of Conspiracy Weekly. I'm Megan Thomas.
And I'm Taylor Varner.
So, disclaimer, that what you're about to hear is based on a true story. I mean, you've already tuned in, so there's no turning back now. I mean, honestly, if you've been watching this show long enough, you should be reading the disclaimer before the disclaimer that I tell you, so I'm sorry, you're stuck.
Exactly. You're here, you're stuck.
So, what we're going to be talking about is a strange story that I heard a while back, and Taylor agreed that it was Conspiracy Weekly worthy.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting and fun and kind of crazy.
Yeah, just a little bit. Like, today you'd be like, oh, this is, I don't know. But
Yeah.
back then, this was, like, in the 1960s. It was some pretty trippy stuff.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine doing what this guy did.
Okay, we're going to get you off the cliffhanger. We're going to go ahead and just break it to you. It was in the mid-1960s. The Australian athlete, Reg Spires, he found himself stranded in London at the time because, and he had no money to, like, buy a plane ticket home. I mean, he was desperate to get back to Australia and, like, go to his daughter's birthday party. Okay, I know it sounds a little underwhelming right now, but you're just like, okay, whatever. This is where it gets interesting. He decided to send himself back to Australia in a wooden crate. He'd send himself.
Yeah.
He's a parcel now.
He is now male.
That's good. I like that. And this entire story, I know it seems crazy, but honestly, I would love to see this, if they haven't done it already, make it into a film.
Yeah.
And it would be kind of along the lines of Castaway with Tom Hanks, and there would be no dialogue. It would just be more of like his emotional and mental state, pretty much. I think it could earn an Emmy. You never know.
I think it could be interesting. I would tune in. I would watch.
Who would play him? I have no idea.
Have
Probably
no
Tom
clue.
Hanks, because
Yeah.
he already has it down.
Exactly.
So I guess his crate was his Wilson, so.
Yeah. Did it say how long?
It was 3 days.
Inside a wooden crate.
Yes. And think 1960s, they didn't have technology as advanced as it is today, and, I can't imagine.
Yeah, he was desperate to get back. What I find odd is that he was an athlete and he didn't have any money. Nowadays, that's not the case.
But the thing is, though, it was very unusual circumstances. Like what we were talking about before, he was an athlete, and he was a javelin thrower at the time, and he was preparing himself for the 1964 Olympics that was going to be held in Tokyo. But the thing that was odd about it is that, like, he had these plans to get home, but he didn't have any money. His wallet was stolen. So,
Okay. Makes
what
sense.
What is a man supposed to do when he doesn't have money?
How do you... I'm just confused by the whole thing. Like, how do you put yourself in the wooden crate? How do you get yourself to the post office or wherever without being seen? Someone helped him?
He does, but I'm gonna get there, though.
Okay.
So basically, that kind of led what I wanted to ask you. What would Taylor do in this situation? If you had no money and you were stranded in a foreign country and you had to get yourself home, how would you do it?
Say, sorry, I'm not coming.
You're like, okay, I guess I claim citizenship here.
Yeah, I can't come. Sorry I couldn't make your birthday. I'm definitely not. The first thing that's not going to come to mind is shit myself in a wooden crate for 3 days.
You're like, I'm sorry, it's not worth it.
No.
Mm-mm.
But, I mean, if I did decide to do that, I don't know. I just don't see myself.
See, this is where your survivor skills would come in
Yeah.
handy, you know? But there's just no $1 million prize at stake. It's just your life.
It's just, just to get there for a birthday. So, I guess I would pack a lot of food with me, a lot of water, and just kind of chill for 3 days.
But the thing is, you wouldn't know that this would be happening, though. That's my deal.
Oh.
This is, like, put yourself in his shoes. Like, yeah.
So, what, he didn't know he was going to
No, like, he doesn't gonna know that he was gonna get stranded in London. No. Like, his wallet got stolen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about, like, shipping myself.
Oh, no, I was just talking about if you were in that situation and you had your wallet stolen and all of these things happened to you.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Probably freak out and then say, sorry, I can't make it.
Okay, I'll take that answer.
What about you?
What would I do? I would kind of do what he had his original plan of. It's just raising money and just maybe just like be on the side, starving artist,
Yeah.
literally. Have my camera in tow, like, hey, would you like a self-documentary? It'd only be $100. It's just like, I have my computer here. Let's just go to the local coffee shop and hang out and talk.
It's way more creative than me. Yeah, I'd probably just, like, freeze up and just feel bad for myself.
He had to have some type of background to know how to ship himself back home. And basically, if I had to describe it, he had insiders and he got himself in the inside. And what I mean by that, he said in an article that I worked in the export cargo section, so I knew about the cash on delivery of freight.
Okay.
I'd seen animals come through all the time, and I thought, if they can do it, I can do it.
Well, that makes a lot more sense now. So he had insider knowledge because
he used to work in an environment like that, yeah.
Okay, well, now it makes a lot more sense how he could get away with that because he knew the inside out.
Yeah, with this type of guy in this situation, I would want him on my team if I was ever in a situation like this. Because, like, basically you would have to leave your old life and live like Bond. James Bond.
James Bond.
The Sean Connery version. I'm biased. I loved his response to reporters when they found out about this story. They're, like, literally, this is what he said. I just got in the thing and went. What was there to be frightened of? I'm not frightened of the dark, so I just sat there. It was like when I travel, if I go overseas, there's a seat. Sit in it and go.
So it's like no big deal to him. Everyone else, of course, is like, wow. And he's just like, yeah. So how did they find out when he just popped out of the crate?
See, if I had to describe it in the words of Drake, he should have called on his cell phone, minus the bling.
Okay.
And what I mean by that, his source, his name was John McSorley, and he never heard back from Spires. So naturally, what does any person do these days? They contact the local media, international media, all that. Not the authorities, but the media.
Yeah, we're going to go to the media, not the cops.
That's basically the only way to cope with things these days. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm freaking out. Okay, I need to call the media to make it an even bigger spectacle than it already is.
Oh, yeah.
So, like I said before, he built the crate that he was traveling in, but he was really worried about his friend. He never heard back from him, so he contacted the media. And just like that, Spires became like an overnight sensation.
Everyone was wondering.
Yeah, and it's really
And little
funny.
did they know that he was in a wooden crate.
For 3 days. And also, one thing I wanted to mention is when, just think about what he looked like after 3 days in a wooden crate. I mean, it's wooden. You're probably going to get splinters. There's, like, bound for bruising because of turbulence.
Yeah.
Lack of ventilation and dehydration. So, one thing I also wanted to mention. He said, like, in the way of just trying to, like, get a cool alibi, cool and calm and everything, he was like, there was no security. I put a suit out of my bag so it looked cool, jumped through the window, and then walked out of the street and thumbed a ride into town. I swear, he really is James Bond in real life.
He's just like, no big deal. I do this every day.
And the story is so outlandish, not even his wife, like, believed him. And she still doesn't believe him, but she just kind of rides with it now. Like,
She still doesn't believe him.
No. It's like, I don't know. How would you...
So, the big question for this, did he make the party in time?
Yes, he did.
He did. Okay.
That's the greatest
That's what
father
matters.
ever there. You're probably wondering, okay, how the heck is this a conspiracy? Well, I mean, it said something in the article I read where it said that the air industry said something like this would never happen now, naturally, because of the technology.
Yep.
The hold is usually the temperature is usually above freezing, but all cargo loaded onto planes is screened for security reasons, and a hidden person would be found. So basically, like, all, like, the x-ray type stuff and the temperature of everything. Makes sense. And luckily, I'm thankful for the technology that we have today, just with the crazy things that are going on in the world right now. It's just, I mean, anything is possible, but, like, it's kind of scary how back then people could get away with that.
It was just, but, like, it was just a different world. People didn't have the crazies that we do now.
The crazies that we have
that just
now.
strike out and do stuff.
Maybe this has happened a lot more, but it just hadn't caught media attention, or because the person never survived.
Exactly. Maybe it has happened.
And it's just like, maybe it does happen more often in airports than we realize.
No one
and
would
they
think.
and the media doesn't cover it. Because they're just airports in general, they have to have business somehow. They can't scare people off. It's like, oh, we found a person here today. Like,
we're just gonna keep it hush hush. You never know, because it is. I could see that. I could see people at least attempting.
At least you would think. And basically, my entire conclusion to this, the strange story, signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours.
We have a lot of music references in this one. We got Hotline Bling.
Yes.
Signed, sealed, delivered.
Stevie Wonder, my favorite.
Good stuff. And there's one more.
There's another one?
I don't know. I thought there was.
I thought those are the only ones that I have in
Okay.
mind. So, But yeah, that's pretty much, would you say, that covers the story to the brim?
Yeah, I think it does. I mean, it's just kind of simple and out there, and it was just crazy. So we wanted to cover that because it's interesting.
We wanted...
Just to think of it could still go on. You know, people could do that. They could at least try.
I know. Luckily, this guy didn't have any ill intentions.
Yes.
And
exactly.
He's just a good dad. Let's be honest.
Yeah. He just wanted to make his daughter's birthday.
That's all he wanted to do.
And he did. So he succeeded at the end of the day. He's the winner here.
Pretty much. Especially the daughter, too. So, I guess that's it for this episode.
And it's our last one
of the semester. I know. It's a little kind of bittersweet. This will be my last time as the main host, but just want to say to everyone that has been watching, we just appreciate your support and just enjoying the crazy stories that we do and the passion we have.
Yeah, and watching along with us, just watching us and talking about these crazy things. It's fun.
It's for sure. And, like, you never know. I may come back and be a guest. I may not.
Oh, yeah.
You never know.
Yes, yeah, you never know.
So if you have any conspiracy theories that you want to throw out there, just go ahead and tweet us at @UCentralMedia with the hashtag.
Hashtag Conspiracy Weekly.
You can also check out our YouTube channel and the website in general if you want to see past episodes as well.
Yes, please check out the YouTube.
Yes. Signing off, I'm Megan Thomas.
And I'm Taylor Varner.
And this has been an episode of Conspiracy Weekly.